Okay, now that we have position animated, moves in there, we are going to do scale. So going down to our workspace, we find scale and we're going to click on the little eye to make it visible. We animated position between 1 and 2 seconds, and we're going to animate scale between 2 and 3 seconds. So to get into our animation options, we're going to hit the little arrow next to the scale layer. Transform might not automatically open, so make sure you click next to transform and you get your transform options. And we're going to use scale. So we want it to be 100% looking like this at 3 seconds. So we're going to move our time indicator over to 3 seconds. And we are going to set a keyframe. So again, to set a keyframe, you click on this little stopwatch. You'll see your keyframe diamond pop up here. So we want it to start off at 0, so we're going to back up. So at 2 seconds, this is the beginning of this little animation. Now we are going to go in and change these dimensions. So right now it's 100%. You can drag those. So if I click on it, you get these little double arrows, so you can drag it down. That can be kind of hard to get it exact. You can also click on the numbers and then just type in 0 on your keyboard, hit enter, and it will lock those in together. So now it's disappeared because it's 0% size. And if you take your time indicator and scrub between that, you'll see that it will pop up. I'm going to hit my space bar and just does a really smooth zoom in. Now I want to give it a little bit more interest. So we're going to play with easy ease. So I'm going to click and drag a selection, or sorry, actually we're back up a second, getting ahead of myself. Instead of just having a 0 to 100, I'm going to add a little bounce. So I'm going to say about 20, 2/3 of the way through, I'm going to actually up the scale. So instead of being, let's go a little bit further than that. Instead of just going straight to 100, I'm going to have it go beyond 100. Let's go like 110. So it will zoom in, go a little bit bigger, and then come back down to the 100%. So again, this is what that would look like. It's kind of mechanical, not very smooth. So I'm going to add easy ease to the keyframes. So I want to select all of these at the same time. I can click and drag selection over it. Right click on any one of the frames, doesn't matter which one. Keyframe assistant, and then select easy ease. You can also just hit F9 on your keyboard. And you'll see they kind of change. So this is the easy ease. So let's watch it with that added on. So it gives it a little bit better timing. We can go even beyond that with our graph editor. So what this will do is it'll show us what the animation looks like here. So you'll see you have this kind of gradual line. If I adjust these, the steeper the line, the slower it will, or the faster it moves. The flatter it is, the slower it moves. So if I take this and I'm going to just bring it up a little bit, so I'm upping the scale beyond 100%. You'll see I've got these Bezier lines, so you can actually take those and adjust it. I'm going to actually have it go beyond 100%, dip down below, and then come back up to 100% so it settles. So let's bring that down a little bit, and let's watch that. So you see how it kind of bounced there? So it went bigger and then smaller and then settled. So that's a nice little bounce that we can do. I can also kind of smooth this line out as well. So instead of having this happen so quickly, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So I'm just dragging this line out. So you'll see this is getting longer, and watch what that does to the animation. So it kind of slowly comes in and then pops up and then goes back to 100%. You can play with this a ton. This is what gives a lot of personality to animations. So playing with these curves and the timing of how things happen is what really gives it that polish. So make sure you take some time with this, play around with these angles, see how it changes the timing on your objects. Let's just watch that one last time. A little bounce. And if you want to exit out of the graph editor, you don't want to see this, you want to go back to the regular view, you just click on this little icon again, and it goes back to the regular view. So as always, when you've done this, make sure you hit save just to keep any changes that you did. And that's it.